Hi there, welcome to another educational video documenting my Web3 expedition. In this video, I'll be showing you three SU network opportunities featuring LBTC that will allow you to earn Lombard Finance Lux and also enable you earn airdrops from these projects. An interesting video. Now, many people are interested in the SU ecosystem uh, because generally there have been solid airdrops from that ecosystem. Also, Su Network is known for providing the highest APR. Uh, so this is a very interesting DeFi strategy. Now, referring to Lux, you earn Lux by holding the asset called LBTC. It's basically the resulting asset from liquid staking your BTC on Lombard. Now, Lombard allows you to deposit your BTC from any chain, including SU. Now, when you deposit your BTC uh, from SU onto Lombard Finance, you will start earning Lux. Now, in the event that Lombard Finance ends up having a token and an airdrop, it's very possible that the proportion of lux that you have earned translates into an airdrop. That said, let's get started. So it's obvious that the Su chain is now available on Lombard Finance. So we're going to switch to Su. In the course of connecting to Lombard Finance via the Su chain, you will need your Su wallet. I'm using Slush. You can use OKX or whichever wallet you desire. Just a moment. Your link to Lombard Finance via Sue will be in the description. I believe when you use an invite, you'll have 10% boost on your Lux earning. Okay, so I've connected with my Sue wallet just to complete the onboarding process. Uh, and doing so, you would also be able to track your Lux earning. So that's the essence of doing so. You also get 10% extra Lux if you are using an invite. Now, by the way, not every strategy featuring LBTC is available on the Lombard Finance platform. For some of them, you have to source them externally. But the strategies at hand, we are going to be looking at Sulend. We'll also be looking at Aftermath, and we'll be looking at one more platform that I sourced on my own that is not featured here. So I just wanted you to take note of that. LBTC is very robust and is incorporated into so many different protocols and vaults that not all of them are featured on here. So sometimes you have to extend your research beyond Lombard Finance. So let's look at the strategy. One of them is Sulend. Now, having LBTC on Su and putting it up as collateral on Sulend will earn you Lux at a 3x multiplier. If we click here, it will take us to the particular platform, which is Sulend, whereon we will need to deposit our LBTC. Now, the question is, how do you get LBTC? So let's simplify the process for that. Recently, Lombard Finance introduced a bridge. Let me see if it features the Su chain. Okay, so it features the Su chain. But you don't have many routes, many sources here. You only have Ethereum. So this is on the assumption that you have some LBTC on Ethereum. You can bridge it over to Su. Okay, so let's do this. We simply need to buy LBTC on the Su chain, meaning that you would need to fund your wallet on the Su chain with. Now, this applies if you have LBTC. For example, you bought your LBTC on the Ethereum chain, then you can use this bridge to move it over to Su. But let's assume you are just getting started. Typically, you would need to fund your Su wallet with some Su, which is the native token to also pay gas fees. Okay. Then, if we click on swap here and we attempt to look for LBTC directly here, let's see if we will find it. Okay, so it's not, you cannot find it here. So we'd have to look for another option. So let's go to Sulend and uh, So you see, if you arrive here, the assumption is that you already have LBTC on the SU chain, which we don't have. Okay, so let's look at swap here and type in LBTC. So you see that it is here. It's also checked, meaning this is one avenue to purchase your LBTC. You fund your wallet with SU. Okay, I don't know if I have some SU balance. Okay, I've not connected wallet. Wow. Just a moment. Let me refresh this. Okay, so you fund your wallet with SU. Your balance populates here. Then you can buy LBTC. You see, swap SU for LBTC. Now, just that action will start earning you locks. But you want to incorporate your LBTC into some strategy on SULend that will earn you more. In this case, you will start earning the deep airdrop as well. So we are going to use a control find here on the Lend portal, control F, and type LBTC. Okay, so this is a pool here for LBTC. Now you'll see that you'll be earning DEEP as well. So DEEP is a token of a project called DEEP. Okay, they are the administrators of this vault. So you'll also be earning 3x Lombard locks in this strategy. You would also be earning DEEP. The APR on DEEP is 2%. So basically, you are earning the DEEP airdrop. Now, why is it an airdrop? Because DEEP already exists. They already had the initial airdrop and are running, a secondary airdrop campaign. So you'll be earning their airdrop. It's called Deep Book. Okay, so this is their project. Okay. So that's that. Using your LBTC on the SU chain to position yourself for the deep airdrop while earning locks. That's one strategy. Second strategy, which I like as well, because this project is still tokenless, has not had its initial airdrop. Um, it's a project called Momentum. Now, this is not featured on Lombard Finance. I had to search this out myself. I like this project because it's tokenless. The TVL is still in the realm of 77 million. So it doesn't have, that very huge traction. For those who have small principal, this works for them. So you come here and you look for this pool here, LBTC. Okay, so any of these pools will do, but look at this LBTC against SU, and the APR is 538%. You see, this is because you share in fees. So the fee that this pool makes, you share in it, then you earn. So that's deep. It's paid out in deep. 2,678 DIP is paid out to LP providers. Then you also earn bricks. Bricks is the point system of momentum. And then the cumulative APR becomes 538%. Remember, you would also earn LBTC for the LBTC that you hold. Now, considering you're contributing to a pool, it may not be static, because if there is like impermanent loss, you will end up getting uh, more of the SU token, or at times more of the LBTC token. So depending on there's a volatility there in speaking of the locks you'll be earning from this, because it's not static, you are providing liquidity. In the case of SULend, it's static because you are providing your asset as collateral there, not into a double-sided liquidity pool. But I do like this because I also want to mine bricks while also earning deep. And you will see that the TVL here is not very high. So it's not very popular, and people are favoring the LBTC route to BTC pool. Now, if I want to contribute into this pool, we already have the requirements, because assuming I bought LBTC earlier and I still have some SU balance, I can then add it here. So let's say I have some LBTC 50%, I can add into the liquidity pool. I can also put single-sided where I deposit only LBTC. assuming I have only LBTC, I can do that. So that's that. And the final one is aftermath. I also like aftermath because it's still tokenless. Now there's no clarity on a point system for aftermath, but it could have an airdrop. Okay, so if we go back to explore DeFi on Lombard and scroll down, now you have to choose the Su chain. Okay, you would see aftermath here. Okay, now in this strategy, you have to supply liquidity like it's similar to the momentum one. Okay, so if we click here, it will take us to the pool where we'll be supplying liquidity to. So the format here is similar to uh, aftermath, but you have to be supplying liquidity to the pair LBTC and SU wrapped BTC. So in this case, we already have some LBTC. We know where to buy LBTC. You can also buy LBTC here. You click on trade swap, you would find LBTC. So what's lacking is SU wrapped BTC. So you can use some of your LBTC to buy some SU wrapped BTC. They are both valued the same. So swap, okay, type uh BTC, no, BTC. So this one here, SU wrapped BTC, you buy some, then you contribute it along with your LBTC into the pool we saw earlier. The ratio is 60-40. Then you will start earning a variable amount of LBTC depending on impermanent loss. But impermanent loss is not, quite negligible. If you lose LBTC, you would get in SU wrapped BTC, which is the same valuation, but the lux amount you'll be earning will likely vary. So I like this because you are interacting or putting liquidity on SU. You're also putting liquidity on Aftermath, which can result in a retroactive airdrop. Uh, yes. So these are the three strategies. Take a look into them. If you have questions, avenue to reach me will be in the description. Check it out. And feel free to leave a comment if you are seeing this on X. Subscribe to Web3 Wikis on all socials. Stay awesome. Take action.